Non, c'est un garçon. Mais t'inquiète, ça va pas, on viendra te taper sur les poils quand on va en tout cas,
Welcome to my first proper cyclocross race in the age 40 plus category. I just dropped my chain putting the GoPro on, so the lady said, hey, there's been a chain drop, have a little wait, and there's some jokes, good atmosphere. The person just next to me on the right in pink's clipped in, both feet ready to go. I'm starting at the very back for fun. So 10 seconds to go. No stress because it takes a while to get going. And we're off. Immediately number 44 is clipped in, banging up the inside, so I'm following number 44. And I've made up so many places for people just clipping in badly. I shout inside to say to his rider, don't cut me off. And then we head uphill. And number 44, still a good wheel. And then I see an even better wheel. This guy with the neon helmet, so I'm on his wheel. Hard up here. Uphill here, you can see the leaders up around the corner there. And just push forward to get one more place. Down through the gears. Accelerate out of here. And I've made it up to P20 from like P44 on the grid. Everyone chooses the best line. I choose a different line on the outside and actually gain 2 places. I say mercy to someone because I kind of went back into the main racing line. And P17. That is a pretty amazing start, I think. I've done as best as I could on that start. Now we head down, it gets a little tight here. And there's not much room for overtaking. This is actually the course Tom did. And the adults deviate off later on in the lap. But this is all the stuff Tom did. But we have barriers to jump over. And despite being a great BMX jumper, I'm not jumping them, I'm carrying the bike. And I do a fast get on. And pick up a place. Someone diving up the inside here. I'm going to go wide to see if there's any chance. No. So I'm going to show you around this lap and doing the whole first lap without edits, and the rest is going to be severely cut. So this is the hill where Tom got held up on in his race because people couldn't get up it in front of him, just crazy. You have to leave a bit of a gap when heading up a steep hill to the rider in front, so when it accordions together tighter, due to the rider in front slowing down, you're not banging into their wheel. Simple stuff, but in the children's races you see crashes like that all the time. This surface, this is like the soft loomy corner. I mean, this bit here real soft, and it's just dust. I forgot to put my glasses on. I was just sneaking the GoPro on at the last minute, and it was dusty and really bumpy down here. This is the first time I've ridden a cyclocross bike like fully flat out, and the conditions were awful for a cyclocross bike. I mean, so this guy kind of crashed. I was going to push my way through the bushes, but I politely said, alright, you carry on, dude. And immediately he's kind of leaving a gap to the 2 riders in front, so I'm a bit concerned, and there's no real place to overtake. And this rider in front's got a lot of power sitting down. It looks like he's just chilling out the corners, but I can't out accelerate him out the corners. Like, I'm thinking, okay, we come up this bump, turn right, and then I'll fly past him. Like, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And he just accelerates sitting down. It's there's some impressive riders out here. There's 40 plus age group, and the women are just adult women. They're not 40 plus. And the riders were pretty impressive, actually. I was kind of hoping for a top 10 today. Just never done a cyclocross race before. I felt like I was the youngest one here, but the downhill I was doing pretty good on, and then as soon as we headed uphill, I was actually not that quick, and I used to be rapid up hills, and I'm getting way out of shape on fitness levels. Anyway, up and down, you have to kind of know where you're going because there's lots of blind corners, know which gear to be in. And then I practiced this crazy downhill a couple of times. There's a few different lines, and I take the adventurous line here. And it's just really rough. Like on a mountain bike it'll be fine, but on a second-hand cyclocross bike it was pretty awful. So here I'm like, oh, this guy's like just a bit off this group. I'm just gonna pop up the inside here, and he doesn't see me. She kind of takes the racing line right to left, and we bump. Exchange pleasantries. I said sorry. He said it's okay. It's cyclocross. So that was nice. I said hi to him after the race. So I'm in a fairly good position here, and this is like the bottom of the course. So all the downhill went pretty well. And usually I am the fastest going uphill when I used to race road bikes 8-10 years ago, but right now I'm not feeling that great going up hills. So up we go. Look how dry it is. This is cyclocross. It's meant to be muddy, and it was 24 degrees on the drive home. The riders go up a channel here, and I choose to do a jump just for fun. If there's any kind of bush on there, then I could get past them. Anyway, this is like a switchback climbing section, which is quite technical with the dust. It's pure dust. Someone stops, he's clipped in, he falls. He says he's alright, but that's P14. So up here, I'm on flat pedals, so I just take my foot off and scoot my way up that corner. Someone's got a major mechanical there, and so if it stopped, I actually get off the bike and run that uphill, and then run, jump on, and up to P12. Look at that number, P12 from P44. And the guy behind me is immediately right behind me, and I actually pull onto the grass and just wave him through. I am pretty much dead here. I'm going to be sick if I continue this pace, and my plan was to attack on the climbs, and geez, nah, I need to just chill out. Anyway, that was a complete lap. It's around, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and I need to recover. I've got into my red zone. Just need to chill out and just bring it down a bit, and like that I can finish this race. So yeah, top 10 is pretty much not going to happen anymore, isn't it? So down to P14 now, and this is the wheel I bumped into earlier. So I was going to follow him for a bit. And it's so hot and dry. And that was a good fun first lap. I think the first laps for cyclocross is really fun. It's so crazy. And this guy felt was really slow on this corner. I was like, geez, man, that's pretty slow. Pretty slow going downhill there, dude. So I'm just gonna think about an overtake. No, probably should have done. And yeah, P15 now. This guy just charging through, just pull over, let them go. It's not world championship, you know, don't need to block people. I'm just here for fun, taking the outside line, and here I shift. Do I shift gears? Yeah, I shift gears going downhill, like while not pedaling, and the chain's gone. The chain is off here. Old cyclocross bike, like it's carbon fiber frame and forks. It's pretty good, but there's no chain's off.
Slow as pasture. I can't get this.
I haven't ridden this bike at all much, like testing it, and that was my first time putting the chain on quickly, and I was trying to take my time, which is a bit fiddly.
I dropped my chain,
So yeah, some guy crashed and now he's overtaking me again, and I'm just looking at that lap board going, oh my god, there's 5 more laps to go. Whoa. So this guy passed me up the hill, and then down the hill he was slow, so I thought I'd just overtake him, And on the downhills, bizarrely, I was pretty quick because I was catching this guy up on this mostly downhill section. This time I take this bit extra slowly. I changed gears before the bumps and I'm trying to just keep pedaling a little bit. Chain stays on. Oh, that's where he crashed.
Cool.
So I asked if he was okay. He was okay. And up here I'm trying to do some cool jumps, just, you know, having a good time. And you can see how slow I'm going uphill. This guy's back past me. And I stop and restart the GoPro. And then this guy's past me again. I know he's slower down the hill, so dig deep. Make a big move. I feel like I'm going to be sick. But I've managed to get ahead before the downhills. So I'm in P18 and kind of catching this guy up, and there's not much more I can do here. P19 when this good climber comes past me again after all that downhilling bit, and pretty much done. I go up here and do my jump for fun, I think. Yeah.
And broke my bike.
Yep. And I think at this moment, you know, my tire's completely snake bite flattered. So I'm pushing the bike up the hill. You can see I've lost a lot of ground to the rider ahead. Picking the bike up now. And I'm running. I'm running to find Tom to change my wheel. It's pretty much race over for me. People are going to start coming past me. This is pretty slow running with a bike down a hill when I'm already completely tired out from racing. Run. And this is when things get crazy, because I actually met Tom at the start finish line and he got me a wheel and they said I wasn't allowed to put it on. I had to run all the way to the bike change section to put the wheel in. So I ran carrying my bike in one hand and the wheel in the other hand for half the lap. So that was pretty much race over for me. I managed to do the last lap and a half and finish off in I don't know what position, but whatever. No more jumps for me when I do cyclocross, I think, maybe. So that's the end of the race. It was fun. Lap 1 was really fun. Didn't annoy anyone, I don't think. So that's good news. And wow, the people ahead of me were really fast. So I was only going to be like between P18 and P20. So that was really fast. The guys ahead. I should really train a bit more and definitely need to be a bit softer on the bike, but it's good fun and looking forward to some cold, wet, real cyclocross, not just dust 24 degrees centigrade stuff.